That is Ortiz Ortiz, everyone. And Mexico won tonight. Viva Mexico, cabrones. God bless everybody on the show, everybody out here. Thank you for tuning in. World Cup action. Late to the party. I'm engaged to a beautiful Mexican woman, and the World Cup comes with it. So there you go. 3-0, baby. I feel like the USA is going to be 3-0 tomorrow. They're playing Turkey, and Turkey, not very good. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. Welcome to Jeff, the Unlicensed Therapist. It's not a sports show, but today it is. This is easy. All you have to do is put in your comments, any questions that you have, any comments that you have, any therapeutic issues that you need. I'm your guy. I'm unlicensed completely, and that's a benefit to you. I'm not bound by the rules of society. Well, within reason. So put your questions in the chat, and we'll get started. We'll get started right now. How about that? If you're up, I'm up. Everybody game? All right, let's do it. Welcome to Jeff, the Unlicensed Therapist. All right, we're going to start things off here. Let me share first. I'm going to share it. By the way, next Mexico game, I think, is Tuesday at 6 p.m. They were really good tonight. They were really best game I've seen and that, a little biased, but of all the World Cup games I've seen. I haven't seen a lot. I've probably seen like 5. They're on at the gym when I'm there. Usually 0-0 affairs, but this was a good one. Mexico kicking ass, taking names, kicking ass. Ochoa, nice retirement party for him. And there you go. Okay, let me see here. Share. Yeah, here we go. Perfect. We're ready. We are ready. We're official. Again, feel free to put your comments in the chat. Ideally, related to a therapy question. All right. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Let's start off with the hard one. I don't know. Maybe. It says, "Am I the asshole for asking to chill for 10 minutes?" Or I can already hear. You already hear the tone in the question. You should end for chill for. Give me 10 minutes, man. Like you didn't say 5 minutes. You said 10. You're like 5. It's not enough. I need 10 minutes. Asking to chill for 10 minutes when my postpartum wife was hungry. You can't. No. I know you want to chill. Your postpartum wife is hungry, dude. You got to feed her. You got to feed that postpartum wife. You get 10 minutes. You feed her, and then you take your 10 minutes. Okay? Come on, bro. Stop it. Postpartum. You got to mess with that. Oh, yeah. What just happened there? I hit the wrong button. I'm always hitting the wrong buttons. That's what I do. All right, let's get rocking and rolling, shall we? Okay. Here we go. Okay. So I think you're already in trouble, bro. You're already in trouble. First, some background. We had a baby, I assume, with postpartum. We had a baby 1 week ago today. Okay. We made some agreements before the birth. All right, here you go. Agreements before the birth go out the window pretty much after the birth because you don't know what you're dealing with. You don't know what you're getting into. Especially if this is your first. You're making rules and you don't even know, understand the game. Anyway, before the birth, which is basically all her idea. Wait, before the birth. The birth was her idea or the rules? I went along with them to keep the peace. Smart move there. She's taking her maternity leave now, and when it runs out, I will take the leave next. Okay, that seems good. This will leave us more time at home with the baby. Sounds good. During this period, I am taking care of our 4-year-old 100% of the time. Okay. I'm making meals, so you're doing all the work you feel like. Let's give her. She said she's a week out of the hospital. Cut her some slack, bro. She's not. We're not like 2-3 months in here. It's like a week. You said she had the baby a week ago. Give her a break, man. Jeez, I know you're tired. It shows. Anyway, during this period, I'm taking care of the 4-year-old. Do you have any friends or relatives you can dump the 4-year-old with for a little bit? I'm making meals, doing bath time. Yeah, you're doing everything. I get it. I'm pitching as much as I can with the baby as well. Honestly, I feel like I'm doing a lot, and none of it bothers me. All of it bothers you. Every single bit of it bothers you. That's what this whole thing is about. All of this bothers you. I'm not complaining. What are you talking about? You've done nothing but complain just in this first paragraph about all the work you do and how she does nothing. It's implied. I'm in dad mode. All right, great. I spent Father's Day giving her a break to sleep and taking the kids out for groceries and errands. Okay, you are the greatest dad ever, I guess is what you want me to say. I don't know. I'm still on her team. I work from home, and therein lies the biggest issue. I feel as if my wife has never really respected. Here's the big issue. Respecting my work time is actual work time, and I'm constantly asked to do things here around the house. I try to accommodate as much as possible, but I do have some freedom with my day. Well, you just have to be specific about what you need to get done, how much time you need it, and from when to when. You got to, those are the rules you needed to set up. I don't know what kind of rules you set up, but those were the ones you should have set up. Instead of being like, yeah, fine. You should have said, listen, I got a meetings from this to this. I got project from this to this. I need to work from here to here. I can, in an emergency, get out of that stuff, but I have to have that time or I get fired and we're on the street. One of our frequent arguments we have is about micromanaging me. I'm exhausted by it. I can't remember the last time I did something right without being told. Yeah, I mean that's I don't know. Is that just now, or has that been the whole relationship? Because I don't see a relationship lasting if that's forever, or it will be a horrible relationship. I did something right without being told the other day. A way to do it. I hold the baby wrong. You probably do. I probably did. How do you hold, like, by the legs? How do you hold it? How do you hold the baby wrong? I picked the wrong shoes for my kid to wear to school. I should be driving in the other lane. I can't even park the car in the garage. Correct. Okay. So you as soon as she is done postpartuming, or she's like let's say a month or two from now, you need a couples therapist. This is building and building and building, and it's not going to go away. And you're going to lose your mind. You guys are going to break up. Your life's you need to get into a therapist with her and explain all this to her with the therapist as a guide to help you out. That's what I would do. I wouldn't do it right now, but give it a month or two and do it. This brings us to this morning when I'm getting the kids ready. I made oatmeal for everyone. He ate and gave a bowl to my wife and brought him to camp. And then I got home straight to work. I was already running behind. I ended up working on my laptop from my car. That sounds safe. In front of our house, just to get some work done before she got on you. I feel you, brother. I feel you. I had to jump on a call. I couldn't make it. Wait another 5 minutes in the house. When that wrapped up, 2 hours had passed. Okay, so you've done a lot of stuff. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let me find it. She asked me if I can make her an omelet. An omelet, too. It's not even like, it's not even something simple. An omelet because she wants protein. I said, sure. Can I just chill for 10 minutes with you guys? She nodded, and I was just kind of touching the baby and seeing her. And within 2 minutes, she was already in an angry voice. Can you make it now? So I got a big frustration. Yeah, the omelet is the least of your concerns, bro. It is the least of your concerns. This is building. She's going through a tough time now. I don't know how long you've been in this state with her where she's been on you, or if it's just been the last week or so, or during the pregnancy. But if it's a constant thing, man, you need to get to a therapist with her ASAP, Johnny. That's what I would do. And yeah, she's hungry, man. Hunger still, in spite of everything I said, hunger overrides everything I said. If you have a pregnant woman or a new mom and they're hungry and hangry, feed them. And then you can deal with the rest of the stuff, right? Right. Okay. So I brought it back downstairs. Okay. So that turned into a big fight. I decided to give her some grace. I know she's going through a lot. We just had a baby. I calmed down, didn't say anything, made a bomb omelet. I guess that's good. With spinach, ham, and cheese. It sounds delicious. I would eat one of those. When I brought it to her, she got mad and said she doesn't want it anymore. Told me to throw it out. Here's what you do. You save it in the refrigerator, and the next time she asks you for an omelet, you reheat it. You don't tell her. It doesn't sound like she leaves the bedroom anyways. I brought it back downstairs, didn't say a word, and did the dishes, saved the omelet, good call, and went to work. I saw this as a battle not worth fighting right now. Smart, good call there too. See, getting some points here. An hour later, she came down. I forgot, go to work. I think you're going to the office, but you're just in the office, your home office. I offered her the food once again, since I saved it for her. She told me I was being an asshole. All right. She made her own food. We should be happy about that. I've never make her food again because obviously I didn't want to. All right. Yeah. She's got some hormones like crazy. I tried to talk to her about what happened, just turned into a discussion about how I'm always the victim and sensitive. Am I the asshole? You're not the asshole, but I need to know how long this has been going on. Like if this is just a pregnancy thing, if this is just a new mom thing, or if this is your life. If this is your life, you got to get help, man. You got to see a therapist as soon as humanly possible. Also, in a month, let her, get the baby hormone juices out of her, and then go see a therapist with her, or wait for a divorce, or be miserable the rest of your life, a henpecked man, if you will. Those are your choices, man. I think the therapy is the best of the three. That's where my money would be. That's what I'd be doing. Were I you, sir? Sir or madam? I know you, sir. Good times. All right. Bam, 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 bam. All right. So you were not the asshole, but you got to get some help. Don't just let this thing fester because it's not good. Hey, relaxing McGroin. Thank you for tuning in, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Much obliged. By the way, I just started selling tickets for my show, Viva Mexico. Those of you just coming in now, they won again. Yeah, so I've already sold some tickets, which is great. So that being said, the show's July 25th. It's the story of myself and my son and his journey through autism, and he's doing phenomenal. He's just an incredible kid, and it's a comedy, but it's real and it's poignant, and I think it gives people who have someone on the spectrum hope, especially in the early stages when you need it the most. So that's how I sell it, really. And it's a good show. It's funny. You'll enjoy it. It's at the Stephanie Fury Theater, July 25th, 6:30 p.m. in Hollywood. There you are. All right, let's keep rocking and rolling, shall we? We shall. All right, next up to bat, next up to the plate. All right, am I the asshole for not paying for 15 people at a restaurant? Hell no. What are you, Daddy Warbucks over here? What are you, G. Gordon Liddy? Why don't G. Gordon Liddy's not the right reference, unless you want to spy on the 15 people. I'm dating myself. Who you? Bill Gates? Who you? Steve Jobs? Who you? Jeff Bezos? There you go. Who are you? Anybody in the FIFA organization? Am I the asshole for not paying for 15 people at a restaurant? No, is my answer. Unless you promise to pay for the 15 people, and then renege. I'm having my son's baptism, invited 15 people to come to a restaurant after to have lunch. So you invited everybody to the restaurant. That makes it different a little bit. You invite everybody to the restaurant. It's a baptism. People don't know what baptism etiquette is, generally speaking. But if you invite people to a restaurant, nobody's really sure if they're supposed to pay. And a lot of them are probably thinking we're probably not paying because he's inviting us. So it might be on you, bro. Might be on you. I don't know if I'm in a baptism, and I've been baptized. My son's been baptized. We didn't have a big baptism, but I definitely wouldn't have been inviting people to a restaurant after. I might invite them to my house and have some stuff. If you invite them to a restaurant, I think you might be on the hook for this one. Let's see. After to have lunch. This is not a formal thing. Okay, it's us asking people. Yeah, but again, nobody knows baptism etiquette. They think you're probably going to pay for it. That's what they're assuming. Like, yeah, I guess so. Like they probably were like, I don't really want to go, but he's treating. Let's go. You know what I mean? Like, so people probably were like, let's just go. We don't really want to go, but he's going to pay. So yeah, it's free lunch. Let's do it. Anyways, there is no private room at the restaurant. Okay. I have been to functions like this and I've always paid for myself. That's you. I don't think anyone else has. I think you're very unique in that. Honestly, I was telling the plan to my mother-in-law, and she is shocked we do not intend on paying for all the people coming. I think she's right. Unless if you're going to invite everybody to the restaurant, there is kind of, to me, an assumption that you're paying. Now, if I'm at the restaurant, suddenly I find out you're not paying, I'm like, all right, why didn't he just say that? I would have just gone home. I wouldn't have ordered so much food. I think your mother-in-law is right. I don't think you're an asshole for this. I just think you're a little clueless. I don't know. I mean, it's still 15 people, but yeah, I bet you had a baptism and you lost probably 7 out of the 15 people as friends, or they at least don't think very much of you now. Hopefully they still like your wife. Anyway, I don't think anyone in my family would have. Okay, let's keep going. I think you screwed up big time, bro. I do not think this would be expected. Oh, you're the female, so they still like your husband, but not like you. My husband and I are not wealthy by any means, teacher and IT tech, and I don't think anyone in our family would expect this from us. Also, my mother-in-law invited 4 people on her own and wants to add a 5th. Oh, so wait, you're not. Okay, so you haven't even done this yet. Yeah, if you're inviting people, that's even worse. It's not even like you're like, hey, let's all go to the Grubhub, the Regal Beagle down the street, free company reference, and get some sex. You're actually like, hey, it's like almost like an invitation. Well, then they're all going to be expecting you to pay. You got to. What planet do you live on? Come on, stop it. Anyway, this is not a fancy restaurant. Everyone we have invited can fully afford this one meal, including my mother-in-law is very well off. This has been a very last minute casual event. We're given 2 dates by the church, blah, 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 blah. I think it's your fault, honestly. The invites were just me texting family and saying X is being baptized at this time and we're wanting to have lunch here. Let me know if you want to come. No big deal or not. You got to say, I don't know. I know you don't want to say it, but you have to say, you know, somewhere where it's not, you know, it's you have to pay for yourself. You have to put it in somewhere. If you don't want to pay for them, you at least have to let them know not to expect you to be paying for them. Don't leave them on their own to make that decision and then get mad at them because they made what I would consider a logical decision that you were going to pay. So, you know, deal with it. I've told all my bio family that it would have to pay on their own. Good. I'm worried that my mother-in-law has invited. Yeah, as long as you give them a heads up ahead of time, that's fine. But if you invite them and you don't tell them, that's not fine because they're going to assume you're paying. I would. Am I the asshole? I haven't been to a baptism since my own when I was 5, and I didn't realize the expectations or the people may bring gifts. I will either cancel or ask my mother-in-law. Yeah, just cancel. At this point, I would just cancel. It seems like a big pain in the ass. Yeah, I'll provide the food and drink at our house. That's exactly what you should have done at the beginning. Yeah, that's it. That's it. You just get a bunch of cold cuts. You get some, I don't know, pigs in a blanket. Yeah, and you have people over your place, some soda and some beers. And yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. You know, you want to play it being fancy. You got to pay for being fancy. You know, baptism's 5 minutes of regular Sunday service, so I thought it was all very casual. Thank you. All right, there you go. I wouldn't call you an asshole, but I would call you clueless. How about that? Are you the asshole? No. Are you clueless? Yes. There you go. All right. So let's keep. Oh shit! Oh no, I didn't hit the wrong button. I'm usually hitting the wrong button, so when I don't, it's a very exciting moment for me. Hey, Pure Blood, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, let's see here. Am I the asshole for hating the way my friend talks? I don't think. Why are you friends with this person? If you hate the way they talk, why would you be? Why? Why would you be friends with them? It doesn't make that makes no sense to me. Hate the way my friend talks, like the sound of the voice. Long, awkward pauses, talks too fast, smacks his lips after saying the word formaldehyde. I met one of my best friends in my first year of college. We hang out really frequently, and I would consider her to be one of my closest friends. I can always confide in her, and we've been through a lot together. I trust her so much, okay? However, recently I noticed something. She has this tendency to slip into baby talk. That is kind of annoying. You know, in small doses, maybe, but yeah, I mean, that's like a regular thing. That is annoying. So maybe just have a word with her about it, I guess. So yeah, I'm slowly speaking in third person, like Penny is happy. Penny is happy. I'm not gonna do the baby voice, but I'll take your word for it. Like I didn't know if she's infantizing herself or something. When I first noticed it, I asked her if she was speaking like that. I asked her why she was speaking like that, but I didn't really get a serious answer. And now that I think about it, she's always occasionally. So this is not a new thing. You just noticed it recently. Your situational awareness is very poor. But recently it's happening more and more frequently. You think, what's next? You're going to become one of those LARPers, the role-playing people? Just, she can walk around in a diaper with a giant baby bottle and, a pacifier, walking around crapping her pants. It really bothers me. Like, it's so annoying and uncomfortable. I really just want to sit down and say, I hate you. You don't have to say I hate you. It's unnecessary. You just say, I don't like it. It's kind of annoying. You have to say, I hate you. That's really aggressive for that. Like, if you don't say, I hate you, that's a weird jump. Like, I'd be like, I don't like when you talk like that. It's annoying. I would say, I hate you. It's a big jump. I feel like there's more to this than what you're just saying. I think there's more than the baby talk. I hate you. All right. I really feel guilty for hating this. At the same time, it's starting to make me really uncomfortable. So yeah, talk to them. They're your friend, right? Talk to them, but you don't like the baby talk. Please don't do the baby talk. I hate the baby talk. Don't say I hate you. You hate the baby talk, unless you do hate them. And then why are you friends? Honestly, I'm just really confused. She's in her 20s. We're both in college. She has a job. So why is she speaking to me like this? Am I the asshole for hating on her for this? No, you just tell her you're annoyed. Please don't do it. And if she does it, be like, come on, you said you wouldn't do it. But it's just weird. I just don't like how you phrase it that you hate her. Like if she steals your boyfriend, if you can hate her. If she embezzles money from you, you can hate her. But for baby talk, it seems like a little over the top. Seems like a little overkill, honestly. You know, just a tad, just a tad of a. Did it. That's what I do. That's what I do. There you go. All right, let's get back to it. All right, so let me find it again. There we go. Okay. All right. Am I the asshole for telling my guests? This is the theme tonight is guests. Am I the asshole for telling my guests it's better they don't come to the wedding after they complained about our wedding too much? I don't think so. If they're going to be like a nuisance, if they're going to be a distraction from the wedding, I don't think it's wrong. I mean, I'll read about it, but I think you're well within your wedding rights. They already RSVP'd. Yeah, you can't renege on an RSVP. No, I'm kidding. Of course you can. We are getting married in less than 2 months. One RSVP deadline was a month ago, and everyone responded on our RSVP, but one couple. We had to hound them to get any kind of answer from them. You know what? If I'm hounding people, unless they're like close friends who I shouldn't have to hound, I'll be like, I'm going to assume you're not. I would just write them an email or a letter or an email. Be like, listen, I haven't heard back from you. I'm assuming you're not coming. If you are, let me know. But otherwise, I'm going to assume you're not coming. Hope you're well. That's it. And then it's the ball's in their court. So, anyways, yesterday they sent us a message telling us they are free to come. But alongside the reply, they sent us a long message how cumbersome and expensive it is to attend our wedding and how tiring the weekend will be for them. I would send them a message immediately and say, look, you're right. It sounds terrible. Just don't worry about it. We get it. Thanks for your well wishes. No problem. We get it. Don't worry about it. We won't expect you there. Done. You don't want to deal with these. They're a big pain in the ass. You don't want to deal with these people. Yeah, that's how I would do it. Be like, yeah, no, don't come. And then they're like, no, we want to come. Be like, nah, sorry, it's full. I don't know who these people are, but you don't need them in your life, is what I'm trying to say. I really would love to know who they are. I don't think they're really close friends. Probably somebody's family or relatives. But yeah, honestly, and I mean this from a therapeutic standpoint, fuck them. I mean, they're like two Debbie Downers. Why would you invite two Debbie Downers to your wedding? Like, and then, oh yeah, don't invite them. Just tell them you're right. Don't come. Anyway, so they're complaining about this, and how they'll probably have to retreat to their hotel room for most of the day. Yeah, just tell them don't come. We were taken aback because we were paying for everything: food, drinks, parking. We're also paying for everyone's accommodations. Oh my God, do not let these people come. They don't deserve your wedding. At a very nice lakeside hotel. The biggest expensive would be to pay for the gas for the 4-hour drive to the wedding and back. They also complain about the dress code. We have black tie. Just tell them to fuck off. I mean, in a nice way, in a nice way. You're right. I'm so sorry. Hey, we appreciate that you can't just tell them they can't make it. We appreciate that you can't make it. We understand that you can't make it, but we really appreciate your thoughts and your well wishes. Don't worry about it. We'll see you, next time we see you. Done. You don't want these people coming to your wedding. Don't let them come. They are going to ruin it. They're complaining about everything. We read the message and basically told them that if coming would be so tiresome for them, it is better not to come. Yeah, I wouldn't say put any woulds in there. I would say, okay, sorry you're not coming. Let's just make it definitive. Sorry you can't make it. Don't worry about it. We love you. We'll talk to you in a few months. We'll send you pictures. Appreciate it. Sorry you can't make it. Sorry you can't come. Oh, that's too bad you can't make it. Oh, that's too bad you can't. But be definitive that they are not coming, and then don't back down from it. You don't want them. Trust me. So there you go. We said that we aren't mad. That's good. If someone can't make it and doesn't feel up to it, no hard feelings, but basically uninvited them. Good. I know it doesn't matter in the grand scheme. Things, the budgets, this and that, spending $1,200. Now, you don't want these people there. They are now angry at us. Fuck them. And refuse to speak to us. Good. You don't want people, you don't need people like this in your life. People like this in your, they are a drain. They are a albatross or an anchor around your neck. They drag you down. They're miserable people. They sound like they're miserable, just in life. So them not speaking to you, that's the greatest wedding gift they could get you. You'll never have to talk to them again. What a wedding gift that is from them. God, you lucked out. You don't have to have them at your wedding, and they're promising never to talk to you again. Oh, that's great. So they're angry now and they refuse to speak to us. Great. And we're thinking maybe we're a bit harsh. No. Were we the assholes? No. Good for you. Screw them. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's just crazy. It's crazy. Just crazy. Let me see this thing. Go into this one. No. Cancel that one. This one. And also, no. All right, by the way, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, hit the like and subscribe button. For the love of God, please and thank you in advance. All right, let's do another. It's probably gonna be another couple one. There seem to be all couple ones tonight. Would I be the asshole if I tell my daughters? Well, okay, let me see this one. Would I be the asshole if I tell my daughters the horrible truth about their dad, my ex-husband? Probably. And I'm just going to say that because if he's out of their life, I mean, if he's trying to get into their lives and he's got a horrible, drug or substance abuse problem, or he steals money, or just, he's got some really scary issues, then yeah, then you can make that reveal. But if it's, you don't even see the guy anymore and it's after the fact, I'd be like, it's just you hating him and wanting them to hate him too. But let's see where we're at with this one. You're 41. You've been divorced from my ex-husband for 13 years. That's a long time. And we have two daughters who are now 16 and 20. Okay. So yeah, so basically they're certainly the 13-year-old most of her life, or not the 16-year-old most of her life. You were not married for 3 years only, and the 20-year-old, look at me doing math, 7 she was when you guys divorced. Ever since the divorce, I've made a conscious effort not to poison them against their father. I've never sat them down to tell them the horror stories. Okay. I've never encouraged them to hate him. That's so far so good. I've never called him names so far. Again, you're fine. I've always felt that they deserve an opportunity to have whatever relationship they wanted without me interfering. Well, so that seems legit. That said, there were a lot of things that happened during our marriage. He was a serial cheater. He literally slept with his phone inside his pillowcase so I couldn't look at it. I mean, I'm glad you divorced him. But I mean, talk about a red flag, right? I caught him cheating multiple times. You should have left him after the first, but I get it. You tried. You got 2 kids. We never once had sex while I was pregnant because he thought it was weird and gross. Oh, how did you find this fucking loser? I feel bad for you, but at least you have 2. It sounds like the best part of this is the divorce. You had 2 girls with him, I guess, right? And he's probably, because he sounds like a real piece of shit, really been out of their lives for most of it, which gives you control over their upbringing, which, trust me, is going to make a huge difference in the happiness and overall success in their lives. So you divorcing him, great decision. I wish you'd probably done it a little sooner. I'm sure you did too. He lied constantly when there was no reason. He told people he owned 100 acres when he actually was renting a house. I just am curious. What was it about him when you met? What how did he woo you? How did he win you over? I hope you've learned from your mistake. Again, good for you for being divorced. And I hope you find yourself a good catch on the next one, or have. We went to Hawaii to my sister's wedding. He convinced me to rent an expensive sport car because he claimed his stepbrother could get a 50% discount. We couldn't really afford it, but with the discount, it was close to the same price as the cheap car. I said yes. When the full charge hit our credit card, he blamed his stepbrother. Yeah, and I know that there was no 50% discount ever. Just before I divorced him, I found their messages. His brother told him from the beginning there was never going to be a discount. I told you. This guy is a real piece of shit. He knew slick back hair, sloppy steaks the entire time in line because he wanted the car. Yeah, I knew that one. He had 13 jobs in 8 years. We were together. Here we go. I'd love to know why you're together because he was always okay. Okay, the 8 years we were together because he was always getting fired. He always claimed it was because his boss was threatening by how good he was at the job. This guy is he's a cartoon. When I got pneumonia for a week, he had to take our 4-year-old and 6-month-old to stay with my mom. He didn't want to wash dishes or even take them to the sink, do laundry. This guy, how did you wind up with this loser? He got pretty angry. I wasn't understanding. It basically told me I was shitty, manipulative. Oh my God. He would pawn my favorite belongings like iPod, DVD, and buy replacements as birthday or Christmas presents because supposedly he lost the originals. One Christmas he told me not to open a package because it was my gift. I had my sister open it instead. It wasn't bath salts for a relaxing bath. It was bath salts, as in synthetic drugs. Oh, how did you wind up with this guy? You talk about I think your daughters will be graduating college by the time you get over this or relay this litany of loserdom that is your ex. Wow. When I left him last time, he claimed he had landed a 6-figure job. About a week later, I came home to find him home from work sitting at home saying the job never existed. I mean, oh my God. When we first separated, I can't believe it took multiple separations. I came home to get some things to take to my sister's house and walked into the bathroom. I found him on the floor holding what appeared to be a bloody towel between his legs. Oh my God. He claimed something didn't I called him 911. Yeah, so he says, oh my God, he staged everything. Oh, because he wanted you to like not leave him. That's really drastic, man. If you're gonna cut yourself, cut your arm. You gotta cut your wang. The hell, man. That's nuts. Especially the way he cheats on you. He probably needs that thing. But if adults, okay, I still didn't intend to volunteer any of this to his daughters. Honestly, I wouldn't if he's out of their life. But if he tries to weasel his way back in, I would in a second because he's going to steal from them. He's just going to steal. He's going to take their money. He's going to pawn their goods. He's going to steal their information if he hasn't already and open credit cards in their name. So I wouldn't tell them unless he re-enters their life, in which case have at it. You don't have to tell them all of it, but tell them the stuff related to them, that he's a thief and a liar and a narcissist. Anyway, I still didn't intend to tell my daughters. I don't want to sit them down and load years of baggage on them. I think secretly, and not so secretly, you do. I get it. But if as adults they ask me directly what was dad really like, I don't think I want to lie to them either. You don't have to go into details unless they really pester you for him. I would just say he was not a great. Yeah, he was just a piece of shit, wasn't he? I'm trying to say that in a nice way. He had a lot of issues. He had a tendency to lie. He cheated a lot. You just gloss loosely over it. You don't have to go into the specifics. My intentions wouldn't be to call him a narcissist, an asshole, psychopath, or anything. I would tell them I hate him. Yeah, that seems fair. Because I don't think I actually. Oh, you wouldn't tell them that you hate him. All right, good for you. I would simply answer their questions honestly. Stick to the facts, just the facts. Joe Friday. Some people have told me that it would be wrong because he's still their father, and I would be poisoning them against the perception. You have to protect them from him, assuming again, and this is my caveat, that he tries to re-enter their lives. If he doesn't, I wouldn't worry about it unless they ask you. Others have told me adult children deserve the truth if they ask for it. So would I be the asshole once my daughters are adults and ask me directly, I tell them the truth what happened during the years of the marriage father? I don't think so if they ask you. But I would be loose about it. But I would lean more towards honesty than not, because if you don't tell them and he's hard up for drug, whatever money or whatever, he's going to steal from them. He's going to take their money. He's going to use their names to buy cars. He's going to open credit cards. I mean, he just sounds like a real despicable human being. And I'm sorry you were married to him for however long that was. What a miserable piece of shit. Happy Father's Day. Honest to God, man, that guy is just a garbage fire, isn't he? Jeez, fucking asshole. Oh, I love Rumble. I do love Rumble. We hear a lot about crypto, but here's the part most people miss. Crypto was created so you can actually own and control money, your own money, your money. Let's make that clear. Let's try that one more time. Crypto was created so you can actually own and control your money. There you go. Hit the your. After the 2008 financial crisis, Bitcoin was designed as an alternative to banks. So instead of a bank holding your money, delaying transfers, or limiting access, you are in control. And if you ever have had to wait for a transfer to clear and you felt that problem, you won't have to anymore, because now, fast forward to today, everybody's heard of crypto, but getting started still feels a little complicated. That's why I use Rumble Wallet. It takes all the complexity and makes it simple. Choose what you want: Bitcoin, dollar-backed stablecoins, or even digital gold backed by real gold. No complicated setup. It connects with MoonPay, so you can use your credit card, debit card, and or bank and be up and running in minutes. Once you're set up, you can even support your favorite Rumble creator, thank you, like me, directly. So do this now. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description and download Rumble Wallet. From there, you can set up your wallet, tap buy, and you're in the game. In just a few minutes, you can go from hearing about crypto to actually owning some. That's Rumble Wallet. It's right there. Click the QR code. Do it now. You'll be happy that you did. Thank you, Rumble. Do love me some Rumble. Rumble rocks. Rumble rocks. Rumble rocks. There you go. I think they take money away from me if I sing, so I'll stop it. Eyes without thumbs. What are we talking about? Six on the thumbs. I'm missing everything, Mark. I'm mixing everything. Bumped from the top spot for 10 minutes of homeless antics. What the fuck? I don't think I was even ever on the top spot. Was I? I don't think like just from the numbers. Usually, if I'm at the number one slot, you know, I have more. I'll have like 3,000 to 5,000 views. You know, I don't know. Who the hell knows? Hey, listen. Let's say I'm just happy to be nominated. You know, thank you. Happy to be nominated, folks. Let me see what you're talking about. Was I on the top spot for a brief moment? Maybe I was. Oh, okay. Homeless ambulance home. How did I get bumped for a 10-minute and 57-second homeless animated? Interesting. All right. All right. Who knows? Hey, well, there you go. Who knows? Again, I'm just happy to be on the homepage, honestly. All right. Am I the asshole for making my circle smaller? No. Honestly, that's common sense. When you start out, when you're young, let me share this so everyone can see it. When you're young and you're starting out, you have a bigger circle. You do. Like I'd say in your college years, late, high school is your senior and college, and in your 20s, you got a pretty good sized circle. I feel like once you roll into your 30s, that circle shrinks, and I think it's a good thing. You find out people aren't really your friends. You find out people don't really have your back. You find out that you don't share enough common interests. You find out you're just tired of, listening to them doing baby talk, whatever the reason is. And so you consolidate, man. I've consolidated. I've got, I don't know, 7 or 8 probably, friends like that. People that I consider friends. Most of them are from my hometown, if not almost all of them, that I grew up with, but I don't see them at all, really, because I live in California and they live in Connecticut. But yeah, I mean, that makes sense to me. But outside of that, I don't really have a lot of acquaintance friends anymore, I just don't. There's nothing, I don't have no problem with it, but I'm just like, what it is, you don't have time anymore. You're just like, I'm going to, at some point, you're closer to death than you are birth. And so you're like, I ain't got the time to waste. I don't have time for small talk and nonsense. I want to be with people who make me laugh, people who I have a lot of common interests with, people who I enjoy spending time with. I don't want to have to work at it. You get maybe a little lazy, or you're just like, you don't want to put up with bullshit anymore. So your circle shrinks accordingly. So yeah, let's see what you got to say. For the past year and a half, I've been focused on myself, trying to be a better person. There you go. That's your problem and also your solution. By doing inner work, which is what you're describing, you doing that inner work, realize what's important in life. And what's important in life is being able to not need others to make you happy, to be able to create happiness from within and to be happy, to just be happy. And that's something that's self-created. You don't need this person to approve of you. You don't need this from this person. You just are. You just are. You're no longer dependent on everybody else's opinion. And when you're no longer dependent on everybody else's opinion of you, you don't really need everybody else. Now, does that mean you're not going to get rid of everybody? No, because there's still people you make you laugh, you have a good time with, and you feel like you grow spiritually and emotionally, and maybe they teach you stuff, or they're mentors, and so you're going to keep them in your circle. But the riffraff, if you will, you lose them in a nice way. It's hard once you've had an awakening, so to speak, or once you've done inner work, to be around people who've done no inner work, who are still just shallow, superficial, don't get, the meaning of the essence of life, helping others, being good, not about the flash, but about the substance of your character, less than what you're driving or this or that. There's nothing wrong with driving a nice car, this or that, but when that's all you present to the world, when that is you, and that's is supposed to supersede personality, or be in lieu of a personality, it's kind of pathetic and sad. Things people, instead of thoughtful people. It just, again, you don't like it, you're probably a things person. I was a things person for a while. It fucking sucks. I was never less happy. Making, nice 6-figure income for like a decade. And really never less happy. I could go wherever I want. I could do whatever I want. I could go to any event I wanted, and I was really fucking miserable. I was, because what makes you happy is you. It's inside you. It's not buying this and buying that. It's believing in yourself, having self-worth, having dignity, and giving. Really, that's in the end. I always tell people, if you're sad and you're having a hard day, open the door for someone, smile at someone, do something nice for someone, and that'll pick you right up. And it's easy and it's free. Anyway, I stopped talking to this friend who used to be one of my best friends for over a decade, but over the last years, it was just obvious he didn't offer the same level of friendship. He didn't offer me the same level of friendship he offered others. Okay, so he's like, yeah, I get that. I would invite him to all the cool things I planned, but he hardly ever attended or would pick up or choose. So you're a lover scorned in a way. You're a friend scorned, and you did some inner work and you realize, hey, this guy's kind of a douche. I kind of do that on Facebook sometimes. It's like a softer version where, like, I'll like someone's thing, and you give someone like, oh, that's nice, he's being nice. And I'm like, that person's never liked one thing I've ever put up. Not one. Not once is that person ever. I'm like, what the hell? So I'll like stop liking, what their stuff is, unless it's something like the birth of a kid, something big. But at the same time, it's comical because a lot of that's just algorithms. He might not even see, or she might not even see me in their algorithms. I might not be in their algorithms. So how are they going to like anything? They don't see it, But it's just the silliness, isn't it? It's just the silliness of it all. Anyway, and you were like trying to wine and dine this friend, man. So yeah, 10 years of trying to wine and dine this friend who really didn't like you. A current mutual friend saw him recently, and a former friend asked the current mutual friend if I was jealous. I was going to say you're probably jealous of him. I was annoyed. Honestly, I think you might be a little bit. I know you don't want to hear it, but I think you might be. I was annoyed by that, especially since I had voiced feelings to the former friend more than once. I mean, I assume you're a woman. This just sounds like a woman. It doesn't sound like a male writing. Guys are just, we don't really care. I don't think. I mean, we do, but not to that level. We're just like, okay, he doesn't want to hang out. We don't want to hang out. It seems more like a woman who's writing this. Anyway, no, but it says he. Here we go. Or if he did something wrong, it really bothered me to see stuff on social media of him doing things we used to do together without me, or things he knew I would have been included in. When I first started distancing myself, he would just send me memes and pictures of his family. I think you're in love with this guy. I don't know if you're gay or not. You might be. I think I think you really like this guy. Like you have a thing for this guy. I think you need to address it. I've had my share of fuck ups in life. I'm not alone. I'm a college graduate. I have a good career. I try to be a good person, and I've never did anything personally towards him. Look at you. You're upset. You're obsessed with this person. Here's the thing. You didn't do any inner work. It sounds like you did a teeny bit. You like skimmed I don't know, a Ram Dass leaflet or something. You need to do a lot more inner work, bro. You need to meditate. You just barely scratched the surface. This is, you're jealous. I think you love this person. I don't know how else to explain the obsession with them. We fought for each other. What? Helped each other. Been there for each other during hard times, like when his father passed away or when my close relatives passed away. And I just started feeling like I was the backup option all the time. You probably are. Am I the asshole for wanting reciprocity? Am I the asshole for respecting myself enough? No, you're fine. I think it's good that you're letting go of this person. But I think you also need to come to the issue, to the realization that you really, I think, are in love with this person. And on some level. Or maybe not in love, but you're infatuated with them. You're just obsessed, infatuated. I don't know what word you want to use. So I think it's good that you're breaking off from them, but you have to be careful because once your obsession and your infatuation is gone, there will be a hole and you'll want to fill that hole probably with a new infatuation or obsession. And you'll be right back, unfortunately, in the same boat. Unless they share your obsession, but you don't want that level of that's not a good, healthy level. You want to be in love with someone, that's fine, but obsessed, it's not good. Obsession generally is one-sided and doesn't end well. It just doesn't. I don't know. It's my opinion on it. Thank you, Mark. Okay, go. I don't know. Shook is one, and I'm two. Oh, I'm on two. Okay. Yeah, Mr. May. I love being showcased on the when I'm showcased on for like a whole show. It's great. It's like 3,000 to 5,000 people. But honestly, I love Rumble and I appreciate everything they do for me. So just being on the home pages makes me happy. But yeah, if I ever I'm not gonna be like it doesn't matter to me. I'd much rather be big square. I'm not gonna lie to you about it. Am I going to lose any sleep over it? No. Thank you again. All right, here we go. Let's do at least one more. And maybe we'll call it a night. I got to get up early to take my son to his camp. He's doing so well. He's such an. I'm so blessed. I have like the best son. I'm so blessed. All right. Am I the asshole for telling my husband I don't want to be bothered anymore by his dying mother's medical problems? Yes. Holy shit, you are a shrew. I told my fiance I was going to be nicer. And maybe there's some justification for this. I can't imagine any. That is a brutal sentence. Brutal sentence. So let's just assume you're having some transference issues. Let's just assume you had some unresolved childhood trauma. But boy, that's a rough one. That's a rough one to not just call you terrible names. Am I the asshole for telling my husband I don't want to be bothered anymore by his dying mother's medical problems? Oof, man, that's hard, especially my mom's sick. Fucking. All right, come on. Now this is called countertransference, triggered countertransference, whatever you know. And that's what I'm having right now with this person. My mother-in-law, 68, ex-junkie. Meth was her choice drug, still an alcoholic, although she went from drinking 2 gallons of vodka a week. How is she still alive? This is a female Keith Richards. Told me drinking 10 bottles of beer tonight. Hey, nice. They wrote a song about her called 99 bottles of beer. She doesn't see this as a problem. Yeah, so she's a alcoholic, a drug addict. She's an addict. She's really just an addict. Cigarettes, drugs, alcohol, you name it. Really, it's not your decision. This is your mother-in-law. And if her son, your husband, still loves her, which I bet he does, you need to love him enough to just chill. How about that? Okay. She said 2 open heart surgeries. I'm amazed she's still alive. It's amazing this woman is still alive. Yeah, exactly. Her doctors told her they estimated she has 6 months to a year left to live. Can you suck it up for 6 months to a year? Hearing about her medical problems, can you handle that for your husband? I assume this is only an issue because your husband really loves her, in spite of the horrible probably life that he had under her. That was March 2025. It's been a year and 3 months. Oh, so she's over the shelf life. I bet she lasts you for another 2 years at least. And she's still kicking. She refuses hospice. Well, why would she go to hospice? She wants to keep living and having people, sneak her vodka. She's had several close calls. Here's the thing that really is upsetting to me. You wish her dead. Like you want her dead. You're mad that she's not dead. You need to examine that. Anyway, today my husband called me and asked me to please go get her and take her to the hospital. I did because I love my husband. All right. I never got along with my mother-in-law. I don't blame you. She sounds like a nightmare. I don't hate her. I think you do. She's an awesome grandmother. I really doubt that. But the thing she said and has done to me can't quite be forgiven. That's why I'm saying you probably do really hate her. Not to mention, she messed up my husband's life by drinking alcohol like a fish drinks water. Yeah, doing drugs. I had a feeling, smoking like a chimney while pregnant with him. Of course. What a mess she is. She has no remorse for that. Why would she have remorse? Like this is the thing that people don't understand. You're dealing with an alcoholic, drug addict, every kind of addict, probably who knows, but every kind of. They're not operating within your moral framework of right and wrong. They're just alive to get the next hit. Of course she doesn't feel remorse. She's just looking for a next fucking hit. She doesn't care how she gets it. How many children of hers she has to walk over and ignore to make it happen. Anyway, but I understand you being angry, but you can't expect that of her. It's not a great thing that she can't, but that's just the truth. Always just laughs and says she had the best time in life. She probably did. She was a horrible mother, probably a real horrible human being. But in the end, why is she the way she is? She must have gone through hell as a child, or just had parents who just got her hooked on drugs as a kid. She might have never had a chance. I'm not telling you she's a great person. She's not. But try and have a little empathy, especially now that she's near the end. You like your husband, right? So she must have done something, right? Maybe. Anyway, you take her to the hospital. Diagnosis is pancreatitis. The doctor keeps badgering her about the alcohol use. Yeah, she's not going to stop. She immediately gets annoyed. They tell her that her current diagnosis is a direct result from her lifestyle. She doesn't care, obviously. She doesn't want to hear any of that. She just doesn't care. She knows it's from her lifestyle. Instantly, she's pissed. She starts snapping at everyone. It's probably because she doesn't either have drugs in her system or alcohol, and she needs both because she's an addict. She wishes she never would have came to the hospital because now she's admitted and has to say, yeah, that's exactly why she's mad. 24 to 48 hours, and she's a junkie, and she wants her fix. She only wanted something to make the pain go away. She wanted drugs because she's a junkie. The absolute audacity of the doctors to tell her that that her choices are the consequences of her dying. I got disgusted and left, told my husband not to bother me anymore about his mother. You can't do that. It's your husband. It's his mom. Doctors are kind of all in the same boat. It boils down to why they can't help her, even if she's want to help herself. She cries about dying, but gets mad when they tell her why. No, she's not getting mad because they tell her why she's going to die. She's mad because she's going through withdrawal because she doesn't have alcohol or some other substance in her system. That's what it is. She's just too far removed from the drug, so she gets a little snappy, when someone points out her shitty lifestyle. Anyway, she's never taken accountability for anything, nor will she. So I have zero empathy. Yeah, that's fine. You don't have to have empathy for her, but have empathy for your husband. 20 plus years of dealing with this has made me lack remorse. Am I the asshole? You're not the asshole, but you're not seeing the big picture here. You need to do this for your husband. She's going to die soon anyway. Just be her Uber to and from the hospital. Just do it. And just, I suck it up. I wish I had better advice. But she is what she is. She's not going to change. Your husband really loves her, and do it for your husband. That's what I would do. Edit, I would never stop my husband from being there for his mother. See, obviously other people said the same thing I just did. That would be pure evil. And yet, you are. Because being there for his mother means getting her to the hospital when he can't take her. And that means you need the help. I told him a long time ago that this struggle was getting harder and harder to deal with, and we agreed that I could take a break. Okay. I've gone up to an entire year not visiting my in laws. Okay. Seems legit. Not even, it sounds like his family's a train wreck. It's amazing that he's got out of it, quite frankly. Not even Thanksgiving or Christmas. It's my peace of mind. Yeah, that's fine. I get that. But I also never forced my husband to stop seeing them. Well, that wouldn't be fair. I have anxiety and depression. He had a nervous breakdown about 10 years ago. That's what caused it. I don't have to deal with drama. I won't. My husband, I won't. My husband wholeheartedly understands and understands the need to be there for his mother. You just got, listen, she's going to die soon. So just put up with it until it happens. I mean, I wish I had a better advice. Sometimes the advice I give is not what you may want to hear, but it is what it is. Do it for your husband. Just do it for your husband. You don't have to go to the in-laws. Once in a while, take her to the doctors. It's gonna help. It's gonna help him not have another nervous breakdown. How about that? Yeah, she's a shit show though as a human being, isn't she? Yeah. Yeah. All right, listen, I had a great time. I hope you enjoyed the show. And thank you. And by the way, Viva Mexico Cabrones, they did very well in the World Cup. This shirt has been a great investment. I love it. They've won 3 games. They're doing terrific. And yeah, they're fun. They're a fun team, man. Mexicans are great people. They know how to party. They know how to have a good time. And yeah, I'm all in on Mexico this year for the World Cup. So if you couldn't figure that out. All right. God bless you. I love you all. Have a great evening, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow for more nonsense and advice. And if you have questions, thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Dave. Wait, Dave wrote something. I didn't even read it. Dave said, have you ever got kicked out of church because they found out you were a professional feet clapping? What does that even mean? Because I don't understand that. I don't like Dave. I don't know if you're being funny or trolling me or what. It doesn't make any sense on any level. I don't know. Maybe I'm misreading it. I don't know if Dave's making a joke and I'm just an idiot. It could be both. All right, Real X, good to see you. I'm going to read Dave's once more. Have I ever got kicked out of church because they found out you were in a professional feet clapping league? Because it just makes no sense to me, Dave. I don't know what you're on, but it's probably pretty good stuff. I don't know, Dave. The wall's talking to you. I don't know. All right. Well, enjoy your evening. I'm trying to make that make sense. I can't. All right, listen, everyone, I love you. God bless you. Have a great evening. Love each other. Live by the golden rule. Do good unto others, and you'll be happy you did. Your life will be the richer for it. All right, I'm out. I'll see you tomorrow back here at 10 a.m. Remember, if you've got a problem, I've got an answer. I am Jeff, the unlicensed therapist. God bless. See you tomorrow at 10. Bye.